We've seen some amazing things at the League of Legends Worlds event over the past 7 years. From Fnatic winning the first Worlds,
that was one turn dead, second turn dead.
Oh
Fnatic going to win the Season 1 championship if they can hold on. Just Nixus will go down. Congratulations to Fnatic.
to the underdogs, the Taipei Assassins winning in 2012.
They are victorious. What a fantastic sight.
Legends leaving the scene,
And I wasn't able to perform when it most mattered.
and the rise
It's potentially going to go down. This could be a 20-minute game for SK Telecom. They will be the Season 3 World Champions here at the Staples Center.
SKT will be your first ever two-time world champions.
SK Telecom have overcome every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world. The SKT reign continues. They win their third world championship.
and fall.
The unkillable Demon King has done just that. The SKT dynasty is over. All hail the new king, Samsung Galaxy, your 2017 world champion.
Of the most dominant team in the world, SKT. But what can we expect from Worlds 2018? With the teams selected and the play-in stage right around the corner, in this video we're going to try to find out what champions we can expect to see played on the Rift during the upcoming 2018 Worlds. Since there are so many regions that compete in Worlds, this video would be far too long to go into details on the champion picks for all of them. With that being said, in this video, I'll be focusing on the potential picks out of the North American League Champion Series. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and also let me know if you would like to see the other regions covered in future videos, such as the European League Champion Series, the League of Legends Pro League in China, and of course, the League Champions Korea. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what champions you think we're going to see at Worlds 2018. In order to determine who I think we'll see from each region at Worlds 2018, we're going to have to look at multiple factors. If a champion is banned in a high percentage of games, it's not likely that we're going to see them played at Worlds. With that being said, I've made graphics for each region. The first and second row indicates the champions that would be played if available in the summer split and the summer playoffs. These champions have extremely high ban rates, but are almost always played when available. The final row indicates what I believe we will see played at Worlds, based on lower ban rates, decent pick rates, and an overall great win rate for the champion. I won't be going into each champion's statistics, nor will I go into individual player picks, because that would make this video insanely long and boring in my opinion. Instead, I'll be focusing on trends from each region to determine the different champions each might bring to the Rift. Let's start with my home region, the NALCS. In the 94 games of the 2018 NALCS Summer Split, we saw a total of 97 of the 137 champions in League played. Step 1 in determining who we could see played from the NALCS representatives at Worlds is to see who was both picked most and banned most in the Summer Split and the playoffs. So let's start off with the North American LCS top lane. As we can see from looking at the top 10 lane picks from the Summer Split, we can see that Aatrox was the most present, getting banned 75 times and only being played in 15 games. But he has an amazing 80% win rating with 12 wins and 3 losses in those 15 games. Aatrox had a strong showing in every game with an average KDA of 3.4 and 9.3 CS per minute. With that high of a ban rate though, it's unlikely he'll be allowed to play at Worlds, but he is certainly a sought-after pick. The summer playoffs showed the rise of Gangplank, drawing 15 bans and 6 picks with a win of 67%. Unlike Aatrox, Gangplank had a whopping 10.5 KDA over his 6 games, but a lower CS per minute of 8.9. Both Aatrox and Gangplank were top picks in the NALCS and may be looked at for the world stage, but my pick for a likely top laner out of North America would have to be Sion. After his buffs in patch 8.16, we saw several Sion picks in the top lane during the playoffs, 9 to be precise, and with 0 bans. He went 7 wins and 2 losses, giving him a 78% win rating and with a solid average KDA of 6.5. With my pick for top lane in, it's time to move on to the jungle. The NA jungle was filled with some interesting picks, but none received as much attention as Nocturne. Only having 14 games and 68 bans, Nocturne didn't do very well for the NA jungle scene, racking up a win rate of only 43%. He also lacked in KDA at only 2.4 and 5.5 creeps per minute. The summer split showed a much stronger top jungle pick in Kindred, drawing 19 bans, but with 4 games, she had a 75% win rating with a 5.3 KDA and 6.6 creeps per minute. My pick for the jungle that we might see at Worlds from North America was actually an overlooked pick in the summer split, but a huge presence in the playoffs, and that would be Sejuani. Sejuani was picked 18 times and banned only 5 times in the summer split and brought a 50% win rate, but came back very strong in the playoffs, being played 13 times and only being banned 6 times with a 69% win rate. Though champs like Olaf were much stronger in the playoffs, it's likely that with that high of a ban rate that Olaf received, we won't see him much in Worlds this year, but Sejuani has that nice balance of a very good win rate and a very low ban rate, so chances are we're going to see Sejuani at Worlds in the jungle. Moving on, let's start looking at some carries, shall we? The mid lane has always seen a huge variety of champions, but in the summer split, Zoe was both played and banned the most. With her amazing mobility, insane burst damage, and ability to utilize multiple summoner spells, Zoe managed a 52% win rate after 23 games and drawing a total of 54 bans. She also averaged a 4.3 KDA with some pretty solid creeps per minute. But it's impossible to talk about the mid lane in the summer playoffs without mentioning Akali. After her rework, Akali was banned 20 times and only played twice. And when she was picked in the playoffs, she only managed a 50% win rate and was below average on KDA with only 2.4. It's unlikely that with her sort of ban rate that we're going to see Akali at Worlds, but I'm assuming that if she's available, someone's going to play her, because let's just face it, her W is overpowered. My pick for the mid lane, though, would have to be Irelia. She has a 67% win rating in her 9 games of the summer split and an 80% win rate in her 5 games at playoffs. She brings great damage, CC, and mobility, which is shown in her average 6.4 KDA at playoffs. And I think Irelia would have a great showing at Worlds 2018. But we can't talk about NA picks for Worlds without talking about the bot lane. NA is known for having some strong AD carries, like Doublelift, Sneaky, Sven, and Apollo. But what ADCs were the most popular in the summer split and playoffs? In both the summer split and the playoffs, one ADC stood out among the rest, and that was Varus. Varus was a highly targeted ban in both the summer split and the playoffs, but in his 3 games that he was allowed in the playoffs, he won 100% of his games with a 7.5 KDA and 10.2 creeps per minute. He was banned 20 times in the playoffs, and even though he only had a 51% win rate in the regular split, he still averaged a solid 4.7 KDA and a really large number of CS per minute at 9.8. With the way the meta was this split, we saw an insane variety of champions in the ADC role. Champions like Swain, Vladimir, Heimerdinger, and Brand. So it's hard to say who's going to be played at Worlds. The meta has calmed down a bit in the playoffs, and we did see mostly standard marksman ADCs. But for my pick at Worlds, I would say NA should probably just focus on Varus. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The numbers don't lie, and if you can get him through the ban phase, there's a very good chance based on his numbers that he can carry a game. Finally, we have the support role, the backbone of the team, the playmaking, team-saving, warding machines that go so undervalued in solo queue. But who could we see in this role at Worlds from North America? Well, for the support pick we're likely to see come out of NA, they would probably look for someone like Rakan, as he was played 29 times in the regular split and banned in 42 games. Though he tends to have a decent KDA, he only has a 48% win rate in the summer split and an even worse 33% win rate in his 3 games played in the playoffs. But with his high mobility, healing, shielding, and crazy amounts of AoE CC, I can understand why he's a definite pick or ban. But for my pick for Worlds and the leading support in the summer playoffs in North America, it would have to be Braum. Braum had a very high pick rate in both the summer split and the playoffs, being picked a total of 59 times and only receiving 27 bans. Braum led the summer split with a substantial 71% win rate in his 45 games, but a lesser 43% win rate in his 14 playoff games. Seeing as though Braum is a highly picked champion and tends not to be banned as frequently as somebody like Rakan, it's safe to assume we might be seeing some of this burly, shield-wielding, poro-loving, mustachioed gentleman in the bot lane at Worlds. But there we have it. This is my expected team from North America at Worlds. Sion in the top lane, Jungle Sejuani, Irelia mid, and the Varus Braum bot lane. This by no means is a flawless team composition, and I'm not looking to create one, but based on high win percentages and high pick rates, it's likely we will see some of these champions played by North America at Worlds 2018. Do you agree with my picks, or do you think different champions are more likely to be played in each role? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comment section below, and be sure to let me know if you'd like me to do additional videos on other regions. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.